A black woman goes on an angry rant against an Orthodox Jewish man on a crowded New York City subway. John Shumo has the details. John, what happened?
Bill, to understand why this incident boiled over, you really need to consider the past and the present state of Crown Heights, Brooklyn. More on that in a moment. That's the neighborhood where the 4 train originates. First, let me tell you what happened. Early last week, an early morning rush, there was an incident. It was captured on cell phone video by the Twitter user Chris French. It all apparently started when a black woman boarded the train with 3 young children, and an Orthodox Jewish man didn't offer his seat. Another black woman on the train let the Jewish man know that she thought that was rude, and the back and forth over subway etiquette quickly escalated to a shouting match over racism and religion. Take a listen.
You need to learn the difference between race. Judaism is not a race. It is a religion. Judaism is a religion.
The woman argued that if a Jewish family had entered the train, the man would have stood up, right? He would have gotten up. And she added, "Your people treat my people differently in our community." At one point, the unidentified woman says Jewish landlords refuse to rent to black tenants.
You don't even rent to us. What the are you talking about? Your people. You said I was racist, so I'm addressing your people.
And to me, that comment was really at the heart of this exchange. Many people know the tragic history of Crown Heights, the riots in the summer of 1991 between blacks and Jews. What's not talked about so much is the relative harmony these two groups have lived in side by side, block by block, for decades. There are incidents like this, they sort of pop up, but they're not the norm anymore. But there's a change happening. There's been some heat added to the simmer in the recent years, and the reason is gentrification. Crown Heights is changing. A rise in the cost of living creates a rise in tension. So frankly, I wouldn't be surprised to see more of these things happening in the months to come. Bill?
How were the other strap hangers handling this? I mean, did other people get involved? Did anyone say anything? What happened?
They reacted like New Yorkers typically react, right? Don't look.
Right.
Maybe, but you're listening in case it escalates even more.
Eyes in front.
One woman on the train off camera did say she's right, agreeing with the woman who was arguing the most. Look, in the original Twitter post, Chris French, the person who posted the video, probably summed it up best. He wrote simply, "MTA, you never disappoint."
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Let's bring in our A-plus panel for tonight's show. We are joined by Democratic Councilman in Linden, Peter Brown. Good to see you, Peter.
Good to see you, Bill.
Republican strategist Jeanette Hoffman back with us. And Bill Caruso, Democratic strategist. Good to see you, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
All right, Peter, I'm going to start with you. The real question here is, given the historical context, is this something that you think is bubbling up, showing racial tension, or did this woman just kind of lose it because maybe the guy just should have given up his seat?
I definitely think it's something that's bubbling up. If you look at everything that's been in the news lately, a lot of stuff, whether it's Starbucks, this video, the lawyer, the other last week, is that you have a lot of racial tension in this country that we're not addressing. We're quick to call things racist, but not actually talk about what are some of the issues that we need to deal with here.
But her comment, though, talking about him as a racist, that he would have given up his seat to a Jewish family, really, you're not really talking about race at that point.
No, you're not. But look at these news articles that are coming out every day. When someone does or doesn't do something, we're quick to say it's racist. So it's something like this, not out of the ordinary, where we're saying it's racist. Do I think he was racist? No.
Well, my mom told me not to say anything. If I can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, right?
Okay.
I think this woman should have used that principle. Look, she clearly has some unresolved issues. Maybe the man should have given up his seat, maybe not. There's, Miss Manners doesn't have a book on subway etiquette out there, but I just think it was totally unnecessary, and people need to calm down.
I was taught to give up my seat. I've raised my son that way. You give up your seat. If a woman comes on, it doesn't even have to be someone with kids. That said, a little bit of mind your own business, maybe?
Without question, it's mind your own business. And this is how larger issues start and escalate. I mean, first of all, the man showed tremendous restraint. From what I've seen and what I've read, he showed tremendous restraint and didn't escalate the situation. I don't know what was bothering her. It must have been something beyond race, because it didn't seem like, other than this guy maybe not having manners or whoever else, I don't know how many other men were on the train, those folks didn't have manners either. Get out, but that's about it. Everybody should have mind their own business here.
But at any time you're saying the words, "your people," talking to someone else, you have the problem there. So
Peter, you agree with that?
But it goes both sides, because he also said, and he called her a racist, and she's correct. Judaism is not a race, it's a religion. Even he's playing the race card game, calling her racist. So in this country right now, we're quick to say people are racist.
All right. Thank you, Peter. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.